How you doing, Jocelyn? My name is Shannice. How are you today?
Hi, Shannice. I'm doing all right.
Pretty good. Well, thank you for coming in. Can you tell me what brings you in today?
Yeah, my husband has told me that I needed to come in and get some help. He thinks I drink too much, and he said that he'll leave me and take the kids if I don't get some help.
So, is that a threat that you're taking seriously at this moment? How do you feel about him?
Well, I'm here, so I take it pretty seriously now.
Okay. Are you ready to change and address that right now?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being completely not ready for change and 10 meaning that you are ready for change, where do you think you are right now?
I guess I'm ready for change, maybe like a 5 right now. Yeah.
Well, a 5 is better than a 1, a 2, or a 3. It indicates that you're teeter-tottering, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Which is still a good start. So we're going to start there.
Okay.
Pardon me. So, let's address what your husband thinks about your drinking, if that's okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
He is saying that he thinks you might drink too much. What does that look like? Does that look like 1 glass, 1 bottle, one?
Well,
what does it look like?
You know, by the time he gets home from work, about 6 o'clock, I've already had about a bottle of wine.
Okay.
And sometimes I'm already into my second one.
Okay.
Now, it's not every day, but I would say, maybe 3-4 nights a week.
Okay. Well, since it has it come down to a health issue at all? Or is it just an issue between you and your husband?
Well, right now I think it's just between, my husband and me. We, I don't go to the doctor much, so, it could be, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, right now we're just looking into behaviors because there are some changes you are ready and willing to make. So we're going to work through that if that is okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please tell me if you have in the back of your mind a type of plan or strategy to accomplish the goal that your husband has put in front of you?
No.
No? Okay.
I just get really stressed sometimes. And as soon as, I pick up my son from school, I come home and I just open that bottle of wine.
Okay. Well, first off, I'd just like to say you're making a great step and, at least addressing the issue. Not having a plan is a great place to start as well because you haven't failed yet. So
there you go. That's good.
There's something to say in somebody who's willing to admit that there may be an issue there and willing to proceed and make change. If it's okay with you, I also have some information here on alcohol dependency and just alcohol use. This is information that you can read over and check out at your own leisure.
Okay.
But what I would like for you and I to do is to kind of go through and see if we can come up with a plan for you that addresses the drinking.
Okay.
And that also brings you and your husband to a mutual understanding of change.
Okay.
Okay. Where do you do the most drinking?
Oh, it's at home. I go to bars and stuff too, but I don't really have the freedom to do that as much as I would like to. So, I do it at home.
Okay. So I'm gathering that at home is the base where we need to make change, right?
I guess, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there a particular time or day of the week that you may consume more alcohol than other days?
Well, no. Any day that I'm stressed is a day, but, I would say probably Thursdays are big for me just because when I was in college, I used to go out a lot on Thursdays and I get antsy for Fridays, even though I don't work. But, so I would say any stressful thing during the day and then Thursdays are the hardest days.
So Thursdays and any time. Okay.
Yeah.
How would you...
I don't discriminate.
And that's understandable. We're here to work through that. How would you describe making a change if you wanted to? Well, we know you want to. How would you describe a change that's feasible for you? How would that look?
Well, I guess in a perfect situation, I wouldn't drink.
Okay.
I know that, people that have drinking problems, can't drink generally. So,
are we perfect?
No.
Okay.
But I just feel like that would be a huge step.
Okay.
So maybe trying to cut back, maybe not drinking a bottle of wine in a night.
Okay.
Maybe just having a glass or two,
okay,
or three, maybe two.
If we have a standard for ourselves, that's a great place to start. Okay. And knowing what to expect of yourself is square one. In the next week or two, I would like for you to tell me right now what would be a realistic, attainable goal for you to just set out and, have that goal for yourself to reach over the next, 1 to 2 weeks. What would that goal look like?
I would say to have no more than 2 glasses of wine in a sitting.
Okay.
Or in a night. Not a sitting, but in a night.
Okay. No more than 2 glasses per night. How many nights are we drinking these 1 to 2 glasses?
Maybe about the same that I am now. Maybe 2 nights a week.
2 nights a week?
I could start at 2 nights a week.
That we do have the two
yes.
glasses of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm hearing you saying is that right now, you're willing to commit to bringing the drinking down to 2 glasses of wine. No more than 2 glasses of wine, at least twice a week.
Yes.
Okay. That's feasible. That's some place to start, and that's a great start.
Okay.
Can you repeat that to me? Because it's great for us to hear our words from ourselves.
2 glasses of wine, 2 nights a week, max.
Do you think that that's something that's accomplishable?
I think it's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard?
But
what do you see as barriers?
Well, I like to drink. It's fun. It's a great stress relief. A lot of my friends drink too, so sometimes somebody will come over and have some drinks with me. So it's going to be hard to kind of break that habit. And, it is kind of the first thing I do when I get stressed. So I would say that those are, big barriers. Big barriers.
In light of those barriers, what motivates you to come in and say that I'm ready for a change?
Well, I hate to say it, but my husband might be right. And, I don't want to lose my kids. I mean, he could go if he wanted, but, my kids are very important.
Your children, they mean a lot to you, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So when you think about how much you love and you want your children around, do you think that kind of outweighs, relaxing and drinking with friends?
Yes.
That is awesome. That you have to acknowledge it in order to address it.
Right.
And I think you're doing a really great job with that.
Thank you.
So I have a scale here that I would like for us to kind of look at for you, and it's just something a little bit more concrete. It's called a confidence scale.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10 right now, and going through a plan of no more than 2 drinks, twice a week, where do you think you are right now?
Oh, goodness. Maybe a 6.5.
A 6.5? You know what a 6.5 is?
Better than 0?
It is better than 0. In fact, it's even better than a 5, like you came in here at. You're not teeter-tottering. You've made at least, a 1.5 difference in the right direction. And that's something that you want to give yourself credit for, because there's always a base. And, one thing you have to do is give yourself credit for progress. You didn't start drinking very heavily overnight. It took time to get there. You're not going to, put this plan in place and it's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
So give yourself a little pat on the back. You made, step 1 and step 2. You have a plan and you came here to, learn how to incorporate that plan in your life.
Right.
What I would like to know from you is if it's okay for you to come back. Would you want to come back?
Probably.
Okay. What would be feasible for you? 1 week, 2 weeks?
I would say probably my husband would request every week at first. Yeah. And I don't know what you think about this too, but maybe going to some meetings or something.
Like AA? Mm-hmm. You be open to that?
Yeah.
I can definitely get you information and contacts, groups in the area around you. If you would prefer to go in the neighborhood or any other areas, I can get you a listing of that as well.
Great.
I'm very proud of you, if nobody else is, that you started here, admitting that you have an issue. And, even if you don't admit it to yourself, accepting your husband's criticism that he wants you to better yourself is a great start. I appreciate you coming in today.
Thanks.
Your children and your family are a great motivator. And instead of looking at the cons or the negative things that are wearing you down, think about your children think about your husband, think about, you know, how life has been for you guys, and that you still want that wholeness.
Right.
I would love to see you back here in a week.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.